Would it surprise you to know that I don't always drink coffee? So I was actually going to do something else for the show today, and then my recording kept getting pushed back, and now it's like 4:30. Right now I don't like drinking coffee after a certain time. I'm trying to push it to like 1, mainly because my sleep is kind of messed up right now. So I'm trying to pull back on the caffeine consumption, leave it in the morning. Now, so here's the thing. I think people are often surprised by how much, or I want to say how little coffee I drink. I just don't drink as much as you might think. I happen to be very fortunate, mainly because of the work that I do, in that my cabinet is usually full of really amazing coffee options. So pretty much every time I have coffee, I'm doing that because I really want the coffee and I really want what I have in there, and what I have in there is amazing. So pretty much every time I make coffee at home, I'm making really fantastic coffee. And that's totally not meant as a brag, because you could certainly have that as well. You just find really amazing coffees and fill your life with them. I tend to go through scenarios of like cycling my coffee consumption, and this is primarily because I like to avoid needing a cup of coffee. Don't want to be in that position. I want to always have coffee because I really am looking forward to enjoying that particular coffee. Not that the two can't coincide necessarily, but I much rather like myself when I don't need coffee. So part of my coffee drinking habits, if you will, are that they're not really habits. I only ever have coffee if I really want to have the coffee. So I don't always have coffee every morning. I usually do because I have amazing coffee and I want to drink it and enjoy it. But sometimes, especially if I find myself feeling like I need it, and some days I really do need that cup of coffee. Unless I really actually do need it, then I'll pull back and not have some. But then if I do find myself actually needing the coffee, I try to look at other things, like maybe I need the coffee because I haven't been sleeping well and I need to adjust that. So I kind of on the back end of that track right now, adjusting my sleep so that when I'm waking up, I'm not feeling any need for extra stimulants. I do have to say though that when I do need coffee, it is nice to have amazing coffee. That does make it pretty wonderful. So right now I'm enjoying a ginger tea in this lovely mug that Michael Mage, my designer, got for me. Thank you, Michael. It's a pretty cool mug. You got it in Japan. My only gripe is that there's no handle, so I'm always holding it like this. One of the benefits of being pretty specific in my coffee drinking practices is that I don't get caffeine headaches, and I can go for extended periods without coffee if I need to. You know, I'll miss having great coffee, but I won't be like, I need coffee. That doesn't really happen to me. And I pretty much always enjoy a kick even from a single cup of coffee. Because here's the thing, when you consume a lot of caffeine, the body gets used to it, and then you have to consume more caffeine to get the same amount. If you're not constantly increasing the amount of coffee that you drink, or drinking huge amounts that your body keeps getting used to it, and so you add more and you add more and you add more, to the point where a cup doesn't really give you a huge boost, maybe it kind of gets you normal, but you need like a whole pot to really get going. I don't end up in that scenario. Every now and then I will have a day where I have like a dozen cups of coffee or something like that. This will happen on days when I have the opportunity to try a bunch of new things. And then I get super wired. I don't like doing that too often. So I guess this is just about the idea of keeping coffee as something extra special while also having it as a regular part of your life. Because I think there is a line you can walk, because I certainly walked that one myself. part of that line is that I have amazing coffee all the time. And another part is that when I do pull back, it's not a terrible thing. So try it out. Am I recommending you drink less coffee? I'm not one to tell people how to live their lives, but if you like the idea of enjoying coffee whenever you want to enjoy it, not needing it, never getting caffeine headaches, and always having a significant kick from your cup of coffee in the morning, there's a way to do that. So I think I've gotten pretty good with the video schedule. 3 nice videos out last week, including I kind of spontaneously did this cleaning video with the Chemex. I just noticed my Chemex was dirty, and I thought, well, I'll do a video about this, because the process for cleaning that is actually pretty cool. It's really simple, but it does a really nice job. It's like super clean now, now that I'm using the Kalita more. But check that one out. And the Brazil I had last week on the show, really fantastic. No spoilers for this week, though I do have an interesting coffee that came in from someone new, so we're going to give that a try for the show. And of course we'll have the tip of the week later in the week. I may do an extra video as well. I've been wanting to do a Kalita, a video about the Kalita Wave. It may be maybe just about the Kalita itself, maybe like a review of the Kalita, or maybe a Kalita versus Chemex, since that's what I just came from. We'll see if I may get to that this week. I may not. I'll make that video at some point and put that up. But I'm still aiming for this Monday, Wednesday, Friday video routine, just so I have this nice consistency that you can always expect something Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to enjoy. I'm going to try and come up with a question of the week every week for this show, and if you'd like to comment, that'd be great. If not, I'll just keep asking questions and we'll roll with it. So the question this week is, what is the longest that you've ever gone without coffee since you started drinking coffee regularly, and when last was that your coffee drought, shall we say? For example, the last time I went any significant amount of time without drinking coffee is while I was traveling, and that's because I was out coffee for periods of up to a couple weeks at times. So let's hear some of your experiences. That's it for the show this week. Maybe for next week I'll see about possibly recording on the weekends so that I don't end up at 4:30 in the afternoon on Monday needing to record the show, and then I can actually have coffee on the show. As always, please subscribe, and you can get my Cup of Joe, my show in the middle of the week, and the video tips and any reviews I do. Publish 3 times a week right now on the channel, with hopefully some extras coming in. And love hearing your comments. Just toss them down below, and we'll chat about coffee, and it'll be great. Thank you for watching, and hope you have a great week.